Hello everybody and welcome to the first Remake Rumble. First map at number 5 is Foundate from Little Asian Bud. And this map is based off of Foundation from Halo 2. It's actually quite an interesting map. It's not an exact replica, but it's more like an inspired by style remake. Mainly because of the fact that in the original, rooms were in the corners and these underground or like underlevel passageways to different sides weren't there in the original one. Though I do like the new renditions he did to it, the little differences that he's added to the map. It's a smaller map, so I wouldn't play this with a large group of people. It does work for most every game type, I believe. That's what Little Asian Bud said when I was talking to him about his map. And we weren't able to actually play every game type, so I don't know by experience if it actually all of them are working currently. But it is quite a fun map. We played Team Slayer on almost all of these because, you know, classic Slayer is kind of the default for the older Halo games. It has this cool lift that's pretty much the pinnacle of the map. If you can take this high point, you pretty much can dominate the map. There is that lift in the back and the two little edges on the front of it they can climb up, but it is really hard to get that point back. So if you and your team should definitely take that high point. That was a pretty sweet assassination. Number 4, we have Sorcerer from Burning Lightning. Now, Sorcerer is a remake from a Halo 2 map called Warlock, which is a remake from a Halo 1 map called Wizard. And it's more based off of the Warlock map, not the Wizard map. And it's actually really close to being accurate to the original. Like, it has most of the key features in it. The teleporters are in the right location, the center pillar looks almost exactly the same. It's really a nice remake map. We had a lot of fun playing on this map. It's really close quarters. You run into the enemy really quickly, which is actually a lot of fun because with the map that we're playing, I believe we had 10 people on this map, so 5 versus 5, and we're always constantly in battle, which was a lot of fun. Ended up eating his own grenade there. See, there's the multi-floor factor in this map, which is a lot of fun, being able to jump, go underneath it, circle around, that kind of stuff. Now at number 3, we got Master Chief's 009's map Reach Foundation, which is also a remake of Foundation from Halo 2. This one's a more accurate remake. This one's actually designed off of the original one. It even has the numbers on the panels and the rooms and where the rooms are supposed to be, and even inside the room it's close as you can get with Reach as what the actual rooms look like. I remember in the original, 2 of the rooms were empty. One had some like boxes and that kind of stuff, and the other one had these drop pod things, and I really like what Master Chief did for the drop pods. He used the barricades to kind of represent those, so it actually looks really cool when you enter these rooms. It works for Slayer and most of the game types, and it actually works for Infection. The Infection game type, you spawn at the top of those giant braces, and so you don't want to jump down right away because there's a kill zone that will kill you, but there's a teleporter that will spawn, so you can enter that if you want to play Infection on this map. The second one in our top 5 is 5 from Psycho Haggard 2. It is a remake of the Call of Duty Black Ops 5 map. You play it with the Nazi zombie variation, either your own version of the Nazi zombie or the one that's supplied on his file share. It's quite a fun map. Nazi zombies isn't personally one of my favorite rule types, but I did have fun on it. There's the upper floor with the teleporter, which will bring you down to this lower level, which has, you know, this kind of like pathway going all the way around, just like in the original 5, I believe. Like, I've only seen screenshots and stuff. I've never played the original 5 map, but I've been told by people who do that it's really accurate to the original map. It does have this, like, what would you call it, a treasury or armory, that I don't know if it's in the original one, but that's what that teleporter there is that I just shot. You can go in there and you can pick up rocket launchers, gravity hammers, and stuff like that, but it's 10 seconds in there, so you got to make sure you run in, grab what you want, and run out. So it's quite a bit of fun for Infection. It's nice to play with a bigger group of people, because if you play with a smaller group, the zombies kind of have a disadvantage because they're slower and weaker and all that. So yeah, here's that armory I was telling you about. Now, at number 1, we have another map by Master Chief, and it's Lockout Classic, and it is based off of the Halo 2 map Lockout, not the Halo 3 version. The Halo 2 version had this, well, a couple variations. One of the key ones is on the center platform. It has a window on the bottom, so he actually put that in on his map. It's extremely accurate from the original one. I used to play this map a lot with my friend MrYourWilly, because he loved this map originally on Halo 2 and Halo 3, and it's actually quite a bit of fun on the fact that how close to the original it is. And it works for Slayer as well as all the original game types. You can even download on Master Chief. I believe he still has the classic rules for Capture the Flag and King of the Hill. It's just basically slight variations to the original rules, but it's more accurate to the original Halo 2 ways of doing the rules. You can download those and even play it more to the classic if you like that. As you know, in the original, at the very bottom there's the shotgun, and that's the hole that drops down. I actually had a fun ricochet grenade on that one. At Willy's top pick, we have from Taurus 480, Fallout's Hoover Dam, which is based off of the Fallout New Vegas's game types Hoover Dam. Now, this is Willy's top pick because the rules itself, like the spawning locations, weren't completely perfect, but the dam just looks freaking cool. And even though it wasn't the top pick on the top 5 for everyone else, I personally like this map a lot. It was a lot of fun to play, even though the spawning locations weren't all that well done, but it just looks really cool, and it was actually a lot of fun to play. The center point here that we're at now is actually the second phase. You got to capture this territory. The first phase, there's a territory up on the hill that the elites have to capture. While we're hovering around here, I might as well mention that that vehicle up on the landing pad there is on a kill zone, so don't try and run for it. It will just end up killing you. But that little marker up there, that's where the first territory is. And so the elites run through the hill, capture that first territory, and then have to run to the center of the Hoover Dam and capture that point. And then where that dome is, that's the third capture point, where it's actually got to carry the core back. It works on the default invasion game type, so you don't need to download any special game type to make this one work. Though you can mess around with the map and make your own game type to make it, you know, bomb, like assaults or all territories. It's up to you. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the first Remake Rumble video. I'll hopefully be doing more of these, so if you guys have your own custom maps or your own remake maps, definitely submit them in the next Remake Rumble or Showcase Showdown, and definitely download these other creators' maps. This is Gamertag MrYourWilly signing off.